Another few good reviews. There've been a lot of albums out lately. Obviously, I can't get to everything, but I'm gonna talk about a few albums here that are worth mentioning for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna go straight into it. Everything, man. Oh, I did want to review this, but I just never found any sort of inspiration from this album as like what I wanted to say. I just couldn't muster up any sort of review. It was like an unreviewable album, which is weird, but I don't know. I loved Get to Heaven, and it took me a while to love it. I didn't like that all at all at first, so I thought maybe A Fever Dream was another one of those cases where I needed to give it a lot of listens, and I did, and I just wasn't connected to it at all. The music is okay. It's not that much different from Get to Heaven, really. Um, it's just less catchy, I suppose. Can't Do was like the single, which is quite catchy, but I don't know. I just never feel like I want to listen to it again. Like I still regularly listen to like Regret and a Distant Past, Spring, Summer, Winter, Dread, all those singles from their first, that not their first album, their last album. But there's nothing on this album that I ever want to return to. I'm just not connected to the music in any way. It's just okay, I think, really. They did do a few different ideas on this one, like the title track of Fever Dream was quite a progressive song. It was really cool. That did grow on me quite a bit. But everything else was just okay, I think. It was just a decent album from these guys. They did a few political statements because every band has to do that in 2017 now, and they came out as a bit wishy-washy. But as an album, it's okay. I'd check it out if you haven't already, and definitely check out Get to Heaven. OCs, or formerly known as the OCs, changed their name for some reason. I don't know why. You still have to say the OCs though, because you can't just say OCs. It sounds a bit odd, so they may as well have just kept the there. I don't know. But still, this album was pretty cool. It's actually a pretty cool album. It's probably the best that I'm going to talk about in this video. Quite experimental and off-kilter psychedelic rock. Better than the last one from last year. I didn't think that one was too great. Um, I loved Mutilator, Defeated at Last. I think that's my favourite of theirs. I've heard quite a few of their albums and they're all very good. But this one, again, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's good, but I'm not loving it. I do like their weird styles and off-kilter, approach to psychedelic music. There were some cool tracks on here, but some of them were just quite instrumentally based and they didn't really go anywhere. They were just a bit okay. I just wasn't really feeling some of the songs, but a lot of the material on here is cool, so I'd say definitely check it out. I preferred Pains of Being Pure at Heart when they were shoegazy and moody and a bit more ethereal with their sound, but now they've gone a bit poppy, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with going poppy. But there's no meat to this music really. It's just kind of flies by. It's just nice on the ears, some nice melodies, but there's nothing really here that you've never heard before by some kind of indie pop band really. It's a shame because I think their debut album was pretty amazing, and the album after that, Belong, was pretty amazing too. But now I'm just kind of like, okay, it's not bad. It's fine. I'm just lukewarm on the music really. But yeah, if you like this, that's fine. I'm not hating on this music. I just find it that it's just a bit bland for me. Tera Melos. Don't know anything about this band. They're pretty okay though. They're a math rock, hardcore, kind of post-hardcore band. I've never heard any other albums by them. I'm sure they have a great discography. I could tell that they were a pretty good band, like quite a tight band, but the issue was that the vocals weren't mixed into the music well at all, like at all. No, it didn't work really. The instrumentation was the best part, but the vocals ruined it for me. The best track, without doubt, was Don't Say I Know, which was a bit more of a catchier song, but everything else on this album I thought was just okay. I will check out more of their albums. I feel like they would have better albums than this, but Trash Generator is just fine. Yeah. Jake Bugg used to be this Bob Dylan inspired guy. He made some fairly catchy folk rock songs. Nothing that I ever want to listen to, but this new album, he's just like a boring singer-songwriter now. I couldn't believe this was his album when I turned it on. I was like, this is like a country album from like the 1970s. Like it has to be. It can't be made in 2017, this album. There's no way. That's no. This was, oh god. This was boring as hell.
Got me feeling drowsy. Stripper bitch, she working Fowlies. Meet me at the hotel lobby. Air Max running.
ASAP Mob. Yeah, they're just never gonna make a good album, are they? Really? No. I mean, as a collective, they have no chemistry. The hooks on this there were some hooks on this were terrible, really terrible, and a lot of guest features that were kind of okay, but really didn't add to the album. Yeah, I've just accepted that ASAP Mob isn't really gonna be a very good group in terms of hip hop. I don't see much in them now. There's potential there really is, but as a group, they just don't perform well at all. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I struggle to enjoy them individually, really. Like, I don't love that many albums by any of the individuals from this group, which might sound a bit controversial. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of them individually or as a group. Of course, Ferg has Trap Lord and ASAP Rocky has a few decent albums too, but I've never loved them at all. So I guess maybe this just isn't for me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty disappointing that as a group they're not really that great. Yeah, I just don't see much from them now, really. Two albums like they put out that have been pretty mediocre to bad, and I can't see them getting better from here. They're just going to stick to this style, and it's not really working. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think of all these albums that I talked about here. Subscribe to the channel for more music reviews, and have a good day.